It's back o'clock.
Is it actually back o'clock?
Are we?
Yeah.
Are we back?
I feel like you guys don't trust me sometimes. I say it's back o'clock, and you're both like, but is it really?
Well, you know what they say, Rusty. Measure twice, cut once, stream. Just always, constantly, all the time.
Bindle weed can be found near water.
Hell yeah, I can, brother.
Well, it's been about a week, so all of my war table stuff is
been
returned.
1 week since you looked at me.
I have been saving this, but I don't remember who it is. We'll find out together.
I think one of them is the
Before
dickhole
you
that sent you in
surfaced
time.
the Minratha's Circle of Magi. You met him and his Venatori in the western of
Oh, yeah.
Is this the guy you went and got in the
admits to
desert?
working for
Yep.
Corypheus, raising monsters and using magic for conquest. He also used his connections to smuggle magical artifacts out of the approach, without his master's consent.
So he was working for Corypheus, but also stealing from Corypheus.
Kind of sounds like a scumbag.
Yeah.
You stole from Corypheus? I don't know whether that's stupidly brave or bravely stupid.
I was hired by a third party. I've no loyalty to him. Might you find that useful, Your Worship?
I'm sorry, are you attempting to bargain with us?
Bargain? I plead. I throw myself on your mercy. I also have friends in Tevinter who owe me large debts. Leave what happened in the approach behind us, Inquisitor, and I can put them all at your disposal.
Kind of.
I mean, it is a wartime. You could probably leverage some information.
Yeah.
I don't know. He's a slaver.
Oh, if he's a slaver, yeah, no, fuck him. Absolutely dumpster this dude.
People have died because of you. Letting you walk free would be an insult to their memory. Throw him in the prison. We may question him later.
Imprisonment? For how long? Inquisitor!
You mean for how long? Forever. "1,000 years jail." You enslave me yet? Anybody? No?
I mean, we're here, buddy, but I didn't get like the joke.
Yeah.
You not seen the memes with the cat named Miette? That's like, you fed Miette 10 minutes late? Jail for the human. 1,000 years jail.
You kick like football.
Yeah. Despite their intent to craft a political party to oppose us, these noble families are too embroiled in their own conflicts to even acknowledge us. We have acquired some additional trading partners who are tired of waiting for a winner to emerge. Hell yeah. I don't remember what that one was. Investigate ancient laboratory. The less said about that place, the better. It is done. The tools are enclosed. Let the Sands have that place now. So this is investigating the lab where... Oh, you guys weren't here for that part. We found an old Tevinter laboratory in the desert that was like stuck in time. It turned out that an old Tevinter magister, there were like two kind of competing magisters in the same place, and one of them opened a fade rift before, like long before, thousands of years ago. And the other one stopped the ritual in time. And so everything was just frozen in place. Because Because back then they didn't think, and there probably wasn't a way to close a rift like that.
Yeah.
And so everything was just frozen in time, and we had to unstick everybody and everything, and then clear everything out, and then close the rift, which we were able to do because of our special powers. While most of Haven has been destroyed, the Chargers recovered some lost gear still intact. They also recovered a number of enemy corpses in hopes that these might help your experts understand more about the enemy you face. Hell yeah. Let's see. What do we got? Diverting soldiers in the prospects. My name is Sister Paulette. My sisters and I have been accompanying a handful of injured Inquisition soldiers through the Frostbacks. As they are no longer able to fight for the Inquisition, they wish to return to their families in Ferelden. These are strange times, and many seek solace or forgiveness of loved ones. Unfortunately, that peace may never come. A band of Avar, refusing to see reason, have pinned us down. We have taken refuge in a cave and are holding them off as best we can, but I do not know how long we can last. I understand this bird is trained to return to Skyhold. I pray it is so. We need aid. A note in Colin's hand. Soldiers dispatched from Skyhold itself will not reach them in time. We should have been near their location. We sent a party to pursue a group of Red Templars we suspect of moving captured civilians to one of their Red Lyrium mines. A swift bird might reach the party, allowing them to go to the Sisters' aid. However, we would likely lose the Templars' trail.
Save the sisters.
You say save the sisters?
Yeah.
Okay.
At your service.
To Vinter Resistance. We already read this one. This is about Mevaris, who's trying to resist. Do we want to send some Templars north, some disguised Templars? Or do we want to just assassinate one of her enemies?
I don't know. That's a long mission.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever we send, we won't get back this playthrough or this session.
Yep. I'm leaning towards assassin. Tevinter Magisters are garbage, and I'm okay with one of them being assassinated.
Yeah, sure.
Let's see what we have.
I need to find something for Colin to do. Let's go back to Ferelden. Colin's going to conscript some more soldiers, I think.
Yay.
To work?
Oh yeah, I have sword now.
You have sword now.
I have wizard sword.
You are wizard sword.
Wizard!
On Magister Ice Staff, it's got half the DPS of the custom one we've made.
A pleasure.
Got nothing
Let's
right
speak
now.
later.
Goodbye.
Let's go through and talk to everybody. We haven't caught up with everyone in a while.
He doesn't look alright. Varric, you good, buddy?
That got a little heated. You alright?
Oh God.
Buddy.
That depends. How angry is Cassandra? I wasn't trying to keep secrets. I told the Inquisition everything that seemed important at the time.
I know, Varric. You never would have kept quiet otherwise.
I keep hoping none of this is real. Maybe it's all some bullshit from the Fade and it'll just disappear. I know I need to do better. I'm sorry.
Stern finger wag.
Stefan finally died. It was a blessing, really. He's been in so much pain since Haven. He was out of his mind at the end. He smiled, said he smelled his mother's turnip stew, and slipped away.
Something in particular you require?
I see I'm intruding. I'll be on my way.
No, wait. We saw so many Red Templars at the assault on Haven. Perhaps all that was left of the Order. What we didn't see was Lord Seeker Lucius. Indeed, I've seen no hint of any Seekers amongst the Red Templars, or anywhere. I have a growing suspicion Corypheus has imprisoned them.
Why imprisoned? He could just as easily have killed them.
Not easily. But yes, they may be dead. But the Seekers began this war against the mages. They cannot have simply vanished. There must be a trail we can follow, yet so far I have only discovered hints.
But they could have ended up just like the Red Templars.
Seekers do not use lyrium. I assume Corypheus gained control of the Templars by corrupting the lyrium they were already taking. To do the same to a Seeker, you'd have to force the lyrium upon him. That may be what happened, but it couldn't have begun that way. We're missing a piece of the puzzle, Inquisitor. I need to find it.
Finding them obviously means a lot to you.
I don't expect you to understand. I cannot even claim that rescuing them would be beneficial. They wouldn't look kindly on the Inquisition. But even so, if there's a chance... If we can spare resources to follow up on these leads, Inquisitor, I would appreciate it.
He's upset. He's spaghetti.
Inquisitor?
Let's talk to Getsy.
Another honored Inquisitor. Gotzi Sturhald. Did my part on the walls. Now I'm on this strange collection you've brought us. Don't know its worth to the fight exactly, but it's good workmanship.
Do you have insight into the stories these tiles are supposed to depict?
Tell you what, you finish one, and I'll write it up. Who better, right? A good dwarven perspective.
Another time.
So these are the little
Rest of the vein, Inquisitor.
gold panels that we're finding.
I see.
He posts them up on the walls.
There we go.
What's going on?
I guess nothing.
Nice talking with you, boss.
Micah, I hope it's not me.
Your worship?
Can we talk about the Bull's Chargers?
Certainly. What can I tell you?
Have you had any other interesting jobs?
There was the time with the spiders. Big old beast taking over some Navarran lady's winter estate, with a full season to lay eggs. Hanging from the chandelier, scuttling over the tapestries, webbing up the bath. Don't really have a story about it. Just a lot of spiders.
We'll talk later.
I don't know.
Have you seen our wife?
True enough.
Of course.
It wasn't from a flower. He wrote it in the snow.
Fuck you talk about, kid.
Can you explain how your mind works?
Yes?
Walk me through the way you help someone.
I start by listening. I hear hurt, feel it fretting. Some you can solve by giving something, food, a blanket, sleep. Some are intangible, terrible tangles that catch on a crack, fix it, festering, and the person makes a pearl of pain. I shake it loose. No pearl, no pain. They can hope, they can heal.
Sometimes you say things that relate to other members of the Inquisition.
They remember me. Their eyes stick, some more. They want me to be. Varric is quiet inside. He pulls me more to hear, makes me a person, calls me kid, a friend. Solus, bright and sad, observes and accepts. Spirit self, seeing the soul, Solus, but somehow sorrows.
Say that 10 times fast.
What do you sense when you focus on me?
You're too bright. Like counting birds against the sun. The mark makes you more, but past it, you reach across. Mindful, meaning. You put it through to this side, make it real here. And past that, the weight of all on you. All the hopes you carry, fears you fight. You are theirs. It must be very hard. I hope I help.
It must be sad, feeling everyone's pain all the time.
Why?
Isn't it?
No. I help. I find wounds and heal them. I salve, soothe, save. I see pain and make it better. How could I not be happy?
I'll talk to you later.
How do you know?
I think Cole is neat.
He is neat.
Waker, I hope it's not me.
Also, I love his response to "I'll talk to you later" is, "How do you
I
know?"
hear Vashel was good pay for you, Inquisitor. Time to go see if my friends came through too. Got a location for a stash. Hopefully something nice for my trouble. Well, your trouble. Just let me know when you're ready to head out. Be sure to bring your empty pockets.
I'm ready if you are.
Always, yeah? My favorite part, this. Let's go see what friends can get us.
Probably Ross and Rachel.
Ha!
Wait, this is weird.
What?
I was expecting a village or something. The people that leave me stuff don't trek out to places like this. Give me a city and I'll give you a tour, but surprise, surprise, I don't know stupid woods or ruins. What's that?
Don't hurt me. Harmond made me do it.
Of course it's gone wrong.
Quiet yourself. We're here to help.
Help? Had enough help. I complain about a fight and suddenly I'm an agent or something.
You were the one with the rumor out of Vashel. My friend.
You're her. You're the one he's waiting for. It's her. She's here. Red Jenny.
It's a trap. We remembering the controls, Rusty?
I am remembering them.
Whoa, oh, hold on. I was not aware the Inquisitor was personally involved. This is a tragic misunderstanding. Let's all sheath our swords, you walk out, and we'll conduct this like business.
Don't believe this pissbag. He started it.
There. That wasn't so hard, was it? We identified the confusion, and we worked past it. I'm Lord Pel Harmon.
I hate him.
I do hope, Inquisitor, that you continue to respond to reason. After all, your choice of company is hardly virtuous.
I hate him.
Freaking user you are. Another noble prick who punches down.
We're the same, you and I. Well, that is overstating it. You are nothing like me. But we both need people.
You want to talk now, but Sarah is my ally. You attacked her friends.
Come now. You know how much her meddling cost me? Because apparently you were complicit. Honestly, previous to this very moment, I thought you'd also been tricked by these red jennies. Despite your foreign nature, as Inquisitor, you are a social peer. I attacked them on behalf of us both.
Arse biscuit.
Quite. Inquisitor, Herald, I don't want to be your enemy. I'm barely invested in being hers. If you are willing to recognize an opportunity, we could be exceptional partners. Now what was the point of that?
Mother puss bucket, friggin' bastard, shitebag, piss face. Eat it, you lop-eared son of an arsenal, rot-so piece of...
Sarah!
What?
I think he's
I
dead.
think you're done. At this point, you're making wine.
Ugh, that makes it worse. Friends, Inquisitor. Better than his lot any day. Hey you, know what? Thanks. Felt good to stomp the smile off that pisshead's face. It doesn't go bad like that often, yeah? But when it does, they deserve it.
Risky, but keep it within the Inquisition and I'll support you.
Even though this puckered around us?
Even so.
Well, good then. Right, what do you mean? Because I am really not used to that acceptance thing you're doing right there.
We'll have some differences, but I want to be one of your friends.
You're pretty big to be one of my contacts. Important, I mean, not fat. But all right, Inquisitor.
You're just big.
You're on my good side. We'll see if it lasts.
Enormous. Huge. Unreasonable. Sorry, just a second. I gotta deal with something. All right, here we go.
From Haven's fire come we able to Skyhold now, full, strong, free. We rally
with our hero born anew.
The rumors.
Inquisitor is now brave as she.
All right, let's go back to was the Exalted. No, here we go. What was the quest that we were trying to do?
Good question.
Inquisitor's Path. Here lies the abyss. That's what we're doing. Okay. It's in the western approach. I mix these two up a lot.
I'm back. What'd I miss?
So we're taking Varric, we're taking Blackwall, and we're taking Solus for reasons.
For reasons. Giant.
I like his little dumb face. So we've spent all of our time out here ignoring that piece of architecture.
I wonder why.
Well, we're done ignoring it. Oh, we have some level ups to do.
And a moose to summon.
Oh yeah, a moose. Fully forgot about the moose. Is this your favorite part of the game, is the moose?
I just like the fact that I notice when you can optimize movement. Makes me feel smug and superior. But for what it's worth, yes, I do like the moose.
Kind of wish 2 had a moose.
Where would you ride it in 2? There is
Anytime
not
the
open
desert.
world.
Anytime I'm outside of Kirkwall.
What do we have here? Is it a rhinoceros?
Something like that.
Made it, Inquisitor. I fear they've already started the ritual.
It has to be blood magic. I hope we can stop them before more people get hurt. You take point. I'll guard your backs.
Do you think she painted that on her face because she saw her buddy and like, I want something across my face too?
No, that's just kind of how Hawk is.
Yeah, the default Hawk has that red paint, and it's never really explained why.
Wait! No.
What if she just accidentally smeared something on her face and nobody's been brave enough to tell her this entire time?
Her buddies would have been brave enough to tell her. I can tell you that for sure.
In war, victory. In peace, vigilance. In death.
Like she finally walks by a mirror and like, oh man, I've had schmutz on my face. I wonder how long that's been happening.
Good. Now bind it just as I showed you. Inquisitor, what an unexpected pleasure. Lord Livius Erimond of Virantium, at your service.
You are no warden.
But you are. The one Clarel let slip. And you found the Inquisitor and came to stop me. Shall we see how that goes?
Wardens, this man is lying to you. He serves an ancient Tevinter Magister who wants to unleash a blight.
That's a very serious accusation. Let's see what the Wardens think. Wardens, hands up. Hands down.
Corypheus has taken their minds.
They did this to themselves. You see, the calling had the Wardens terrified. They looked everywhere for help.
Even Tevinter.
Yes, and since it was my master who put the calling into their little heads, we in the Venatori were prepared. I went to Clarel full of sympathy, and together we came up with a plan. raise a demon army, march into the deep roads, and kill the old gods before they wake.
Ah, I was wondering when the demon army would show up.
You knew about it, did you? Well then, here you are. Sadly for the Wardens, the binding ritual I taught their mages has a side effect. They are now my master's slaves. This was a test. Once the rest of the Wardens complete the ritual, the army will conquer Thedas.
Why do you say it
Catch
like
him
that?
monologuing.
Why do you say it like that?
Why would the
They
Wardens
did.
want to kill the old gods?
A blight happens when Darkspawn find an old god and corrupt it into an archdemon. If someone fought through the deep roads and killed the old gods before they could be corrupted, poof, no more blights, ever. The Wardens sacrificed their lives and saved the world.
That's madness. For all we know, killing the old gods could make things even worse.
Well then, it's a good thing I'm taking this demon army off their hands.
Why would Clarel risk using demons?
Demons need no food, no rest, no healing. Once bound, they will never retreat, never question orders. They are the perfect army to fight through the deep roads. Or across Olay. Now they are bound to my master.
Hey, Nathan, or
Yeah.
Ian, could you do me a favor? One, are you getting a blinking going on your version of the stream?
No.
No.
Okay, it's pretty clear. Would you check the live stream and see if there's a flashing?
I see no flashing.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks fine.
Okay. It looked like it was fine on the capture, but it's pretty rough on my screen. I might play around with the settings in a minute after this quest.
Do you really want to see the world fall to the Blight? What do you get out of this?
The Elder One commands the Blight. He is not commanded by it, like the mindless Darkspawn. The Blight is not unstoppable or uncontrollable. It is simply a tool.
Somebody's certainly a tool.
Ah,
As
got
for
him.
me, while the Elder One rules from the Golden City, we, the Venatori, will be his god kings here in the world.
So Corypheus influenced the Wardens and made them do this ritual.
Made them? No. Everything you see here, the blood sacrifices to bind the demons, the Wardens did it of their own free will. Fear is a very good motivator, and they were very afraid.
That's a lie. The Grey Wardens are heroes. They would never do this willingly.
The Grey Wardens care about nothing save stopping blights. They will do anything to accomplish that. You should have seen Clarel agonize over the decision. Burdens of command, I suppose.
You think you can stand against me with just demons and a Fade Rift? Did Corypheus not mention what I did to the Breach?
He did. He also noted what he did to you at Haven. The Elder One showed me how to deal with you in the event you were foolish enough to interfere again. That mark you bear, the anchor that lets you pass safely through the veil, you stole that from my master. He's been forced to seek other ways to access the Fade. When I bring him your hand, his gratitude will be...
Hey, you learned how to fight back.
Get fucked.
Who's the mustache guy?
Blackwall. Oh, the guy that you don't know is Stroud. He's the warden that set us up on this quest. We met him in the... remember we shut down the dam?
Yeah.
And we met him right after that. I keep trying to pause with space.
Is that not what pause is right now? Or did you find
No,
it
it's-
something different?
It's never been spaced for this game, but it has been for Dragon Age 2, which I have been kind of playing through.
Well, it's also the same for Dragon Age 1.
They refuse to listen to reason.
You were correct. Through their ritual, the mages are slaves to Corypheus.
And the Warden warriors? Of course. Sacrificed in the ritual. What a waste.
Ehrman lied to the Wardens. They were trying to prevent future blights.
With blood magic and human sacrifice.
The Wardens were wrong, Hawk. But they had their reasons.
All blood mages do. Everyone has a story they tell themselves to justify bad decisions. And it never matters. In the end, you are always alone with your actions.
I believe I know where the Wardens are, Your Worship. Ehrman fled in that direction. There's an abandoned Warden fortress that way. Adamant.
Good thinking.
The Warden and I will scout out Adamant and confirm that the other Wardens are there. We'll meet you back at Skyhold.
Hey, are you using the staff from Dragon Age 2 that guy had?
I'm using one of them, yeah.
Okay.
This staff, the model was initially from Dragon Age 2, yeah.
You got booze!
Don't trust this ritual Chlorel is talking about. Are you sure it's safe? Have you ever used blood magic? I don't care what the Chantry says. I doubt they'd approve of the joining if they knew everything about us. But my family fought to Venter slavers near the border. This Ehrman sounds like everything that's wrong with the Imperium. I'll be waiting for you when you get back. If you can look me in the eye and tell me that this ritual is safe, I won't speak of it again. If not, just come back safe, please.
Ooh.
That guy died.
Yeah.
The joining that the Wardens undertake to gain their resistance to the Blight is blood magic. They're somewhat familiar with using blood magic already. They're kind of a little bit disposed to using it. It's not off the table, as it were. But it works kind of like a vaccine. You drink a little bit of Blight. We're only missing one, and it's right there. We're going to go grab it. You take a little bit of Blight as a treat. And it stops you from getting infected with it. A little snack. All right, let's head back to Skyhold and get going with the business. We got to go stop the larger ritual.
Mother Giselle said the Maker is acting through us. He doesn't do anything directly.
And I am going to be taking those three again with us because I'm taking Solus because it's Fade stuff. I'm taking Varric because Hawk is his best friend. And I'm taking Blackwall because it's Warden stuff.
I tracked that Venatori mage back to Adamant Fortress. They're looking at assault options now in the war room.
Thanks for coming.
You did well, Varric. The Inquisitor is just who we need.
Oh, it's been great.
Just what I needed.
I thought that conversation was done, sorry.
That's fine.
All right, before we do this, I'm going to save real quick.
For no reason at all?
Yeah. The game cannot save currently. How about now? There we go. And just in case things go real bad, might come back later.
Adamant Fortress has stood against the Darkspawn since the time of the Second Blight.
Fortunately for us, that means it was built before the age of modern siege equipment. A good trebuchet will do major damage to those ancient walls. And thanks to our Lady Ambassador...
Lady Cyril of Jadar was pleased to lend the Inquisition her sappers. They've already delivered the trebuchets. That is the good news.
But what about the demons?
Arimond called the ritual at the western approach a test. He may already be raising his army of demons in the fortress.
The Inquisition forces can breach the gate, but if the Wardens already have their demons...
I found records of Adamant's construction. There are choke points we can use to limit the field of battle.
That's good. We may not be able to defeat them outright. But if we cut off reinforcements, we can carve you a path to Warden Commander Clarel.
Taking this fortress is going to get a lot of good soldiers killed.
Our soldiers know the risks, Inquisitor, and they know what they're fighting for.
It'll be hard fought, no way around it. But we'll get that gate open.
It's also possible that some Wardens may be sympathetic to our cause. The warriors may be willing to listen to reason, though I doubt they will turn against Clarel directly. The mages, however, are slaves to Corypheus. They will fight to the death.
We've built the siege engines and readied our forces, Inquisitor. Give the word, and we march on Adamant.
So we did borrow these trebuchets from, like, a rich lady that had some spares.
That's impressive.
Which is, I think, a pretty interesting thing about the way the world works.
I like the battering ram. Sucks that you're having to, like, attack the Grey Warden.
Yep.
There probably won't be any negative repercussions from this.
Make use of it. We'll keep the main host of demons occupied for as long as we can.
I'll be fine. Just keep the men safe.
We'll do what we have to, Inquisitor. Warden Stroud will guard your back. Hawk is with our soldiers on the battlements. She's assisting them until you arrive. There's too much resistance on the walls. Our men on the ladders can't get a foothold. If you can clear out the enemies on the battlements, we'll cover your advance.
There's not a loot all button in this one.
That one was just kind of running away from you.
We stayed still until like a second before I.
To be fair, if she was coming after me, I would also run.
We will not be sacrificed for some insane ritual.
Keep your distance!
The Inquisition is here to stop Clarel, not to kill wardens. If you fall back, you won't be harmed.
All right. Our men will stay back. We want no part of this. Deal with Clarel as you must.
Well said. I had hoped some of the wardens would listen to reason.
Oh, come on, get looted. There we go, that's the way up to the battlements.
Some of the death noises are very funny.
Mm-hmm. Aha. Let me through.
Let me in. Let me in.
You ever be playing a video game and you're like, oh, why can't I target that guy? And then he explodes in a fireball. And you're like, oh, that's why I can't target that guy.
Yeah, sometimes, yeah.
We're clear! Let's get to the next one. You can press on ahead, your worship. We'll clear a path for the rest of our forces.
First, I gotta loot this red velvet.
Hey man, red velvet is a good material.
It also makes delicious cupcakes.
It does. Red velvet is just chocolate. Though I will say, I do sometimes like Red Velvet just because it makes me feel good, you know?
Money, 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 money.
Money. Wow, that was a lot of money.
Yeah.
113 money.
It's a different scale than Dragon Age 2.
I know. Dragon Age 2's money is stupid.
For the Inquisition!
Who's a big fella?
Whoops.
Oh no, you got the spare.
He's just standing there, menacingly.
This is what Republicans see during July.
June Pride Month.
The joke is, after Pride Month comes Wrath Month.
Ah, I see. We're doing a Deadly Sins thing.
Kinda, sort of.
I mean, the demons are doing a Deadly Sins thing. Pride demons, lust demons.
I don't recall despair being one of the 7 deadly sins.
You're right.
Good work. Stay with my forces and see that they survive this.
I'll keep the demons off them as best I can.
Looting, looting, looting all the stuff.
Gotta go clear the last siege point.
But first I gotta find this one Grey Warden style shield. Oh, no, we're not going down there yet. We gotta go. to the
But she's
last
like, hold
siege
on,
point. That's the
That
plot.
advances the plot.
I'm not trying to plot yet.
Yeah.
I like your little jump of celebration.
Yeah, I keep on trying to... I pause the game, and then I try to unpause it with the jump button, which overtakes all of my other commands that I input when I paused it. It just jumps instead.
Ah.
Sword time. That was a big sword.
That's my favorite time.
It's a pretty decent combo on bosses to charge up, sword, and then invisible to get out of there. And
Oh, he's got like the whole whiplash thing going on.
What's the name of your ability you have on 4?
It is chain lightning, I think. God, that just hits so hard.
All right, this one's clear. We must hurry. Our forces cannot stand against the demons for long.
Yeah, there is a supply cache right there. I was like, surely there's one nearby. hold on. There's a note. We can read that later if you care.
Bodies flying everywhere. Ooh, a note.
And look. On it is written a letter. The joke is the other way around. A letter, and on it is written a note. I'm sorry, I fucked up. Hey, look, it's Hawk.
Yep.
Make her willing, we may be able to reason with.
That's probably fine.
Wardens! We are betrayed by the very world we have sworn to protect.
The Inquisition is inside, Clarel. We have no time to stand on ceremony.
These men and women are giving their lives, Magister. That might mean little in Tevinter, but for the Wardens, it is a sacred duty. It has been many long years, my friend.
Too many, Clarel. If my sword arm can no longer serve the Wardens, then my blood will have to do.
It will.
Stop them! We must complete the ritual!
I'm sure you can't wait for Clarel to do that! How else are you going to bind her?
Yes, Inquisitor. I want to bind the Warden Commander to a demon. Everyone in this room already knows that. And yes, the ritual requires blood sacrifice. Hate me for that if you must, but do not hate the Wardens for doing their duty!
We make the sacrifices no one else will. Our warriors die proudly for a world that will never thank them.
And then your Tevinter ally binds the mages to Corypheus!
Corypheus? But he's dead.
These people will say anything to shake your confidence, Clarel.
Bring it through! Please. I've seen more than my share of blood magic. It is never worth the cost.
I trained half of you myself! Do not make me kill you to stop this madness!
Be ready with the ritual, Clarel. This demon is truly worthy of your strength.
Special!
Blackwall, can you talk some sense into them?
You don't know me, but you may have heard my name. Like you, I've given my life to the Grey Wardens. The first time I put on this armor, I felt like I belonged. Like I was part of something honorable. Something with a purpose. I know how good that feels. How safe. But fighting and dying here today won't stop the Blight. If you want to stop the Blight, kill that bastard up there. His master is the living embodiment of its corruption.
Clarel, we have come so far. You're the only one who can do this.
Perhaps we could test the truth of these charges to avoid more bloodshed.
Or perhaps I should bring in a more reliable ally. My master thought you might come here, Inquisitor. He sent me this to welcome you.
Oh, look at how aged that dragon is. Got like holes in its wings and shit. That's definitely age.
Oh, whoa.
I'm getting bodied.
Maybe pride was your downfall.
You're not giving up this fight!
Damn. Oh, I almost got it. feel like I'm getting hit really hard when I get hit.
Isn't that the whole point of being a squishy mage?
Yeah, but like really hard.
You've destroyed the Grey Wardens.
She might have.
Stone Fist.
You did that to
Why
yourself.
would you get between him and the cliffside?
All I did was dangle a little power before your eyes, and you couldn't wait to get your hands bloody.
She's definitely 100% careening off that cliff.
Probably getting dragoned.
You could have served a new god.
I will never serve the Blight.
What did I say?
Oh, she's not dead?
She will be.
Your victory. In peace, vigilance.
But somebody did fall off.
You don't just put a cliffside like that and not have somebody fall off.
It was the most Chekhov's gun that's ever Chekhov's gun.
Oops.
Hey, did you know that despair demons are vulnerable to fire damage? Wait a minute, you can fly?
You can fly?
He can fly!
Hey, you're in the fake now.
Yeah.
Where are we?
We were falling. Is this...
If I had $1 for every time I got trapped in an alternate place with a guy with a mustache.
This is the Fade.
I've got a new idea for a theme park. It's called Nausea Land.
The Inquisitor opened a rift. We came through. And survived. I never thought I would ever find myself here physically. Look. The Black City. Almost close enough to touch.
This must be very exciting for you, Solus. Any advice you have on what exactly is going on would be wonderful.
What spirit commands this place? I have never seen anywhere like it.
It's not how I remember the Fade either. Perhaps it's because we're here physically, instead of just dreaming. The stories say you walked out of the Fade at Haven. Was it like this?
Just give me a minute.
I don't know. I still can't remember what happened the last time I did this.
Well, whatever happened at Haven, we can't assume we're safe now. That huge demon was right on the other side of that rift Ehrman was using, and there could be others.
In our world, the rift the demons came through was nearby, in the main hall. Can we escape the same way?
Let's find out. There, let's go.
It's like the tower thingies, the Black City they keep talking about.
Yeah. It used to be heaven. Used to be the Golden City.
It was almost heaven, West
It is
Virginia.
not the area I would have chosen, of course. To physically walk within the Fade.
Right.
Yeah, you can see it there.
Isn't that wonderful?
Yes, literally.
I don't suppose you have any words of wisdom for this part of the Fade?
Why would I ever voluntarily come to this part of the Fade? The demon that controls this area is extremely powerful. Some variety of fear, I would guess. I suggest you remain wary of its manipulations and prepare for what is certain to be a fascinating experience.
It's nice that this even keeps a handy supply of potions, though.
Yeah.
That looks odd.
Wrath.
Must be something here. Let's look around.
I came to the Temple of Sacred Ashes with the faithful, ready to help at the conclave. I prayed to the Makers for peace, but the mountain shook and fell and buried me. Alone in the darkness, my legs crushed, I cried in fear of a world with no maker, fading in and out of dreams of monsters inside the black. Light my final hours. Let me go to the Maker without the terrors of darkness confounding me. The wolves were our allies. In the old days, before Andraste, before the Maker, we knew this to be so. But man grew tired of the chase, the hunt, the truth of fang and steel and blood. Man put seeds in the ground, tended cattle and chickens, and built fences to keep the wolves away. Man bred hounds that would heel and sit and obey, and told himself that the hounds were just as good. Now the darkspawn come again. They break our fences, kill our cattle and chickens, burn our crops. Our dogs cower with tails between their legs, or if they fight, they fall to the poison of darkspawn blood. We are dying, and I am shamed by my cowardice. The ways of man and hound are not enough. I come to you, spirits of the old forest, I who built fences, I who came with fire and steel to drive you away. I came to you because fear has made my arms weak. I ask you for unforgiving rage to make them strong again. Kill the hound in my heart, and grow strong from the meat on its bones. In its place, give me the wolf. Words caught in the bloody ripples of ancient water in the Fade, somehow remembered.
Let's look around.
Hey, you found a candle.
Hey, I got a permanent boost to my magic.
Impressive.
Those are probably fun.
Creator shade is the thing I throw at the haters.
Hater shade. You drinking haterade? Uh-oh. Is this Tamuel's death here?
Well, there are a bunch of corpses around it, so I wouldn't interact with it, but you do you.
No, it gave me more magic. We're good. I think this might be the death of... this might be referencing the origin of an elvish character, of a Dalish elf in Dragon Age 1.
Sure, man.
I thought maybe it had something to do with Meryl's thing. But...
It does have something to do with Meryl's thing, which is also related to the Dalish origin in Dragon Age 1. Meryl's mirror is in fact the same Illuvion that was discovered in the Dalish origin. It is the exact same one. I once studied the Fade as a scholar, dissecting it, as a child might a rat or a frog. I was young and craved the power conquering the Fade could bring. I tried in vain to chart its paths, and when that failed, I attempted to secure them. In my arrogance, I struggled against the Fade's very nature. How does one pin down a dream? How can one control a thought so that it might travel always the same course from conception to completion? Ooh, I'm going to complete. Only when I let go of my desires and humbled myself was the Fade opened to me. The spirits came and took it upon themselves to be my guides, my lanterns in the darkness. At their command, the paths grew still, and I could walk them again and again. I was shown vast oceans containing not water but memories, drawn from the minds of dreamers. I drifted through frozen moments like paintings, perfect in each detail. As I explored this impossible realm, the spirits kept darker things at bay. I came to trust them, even love them, and I saw my own love reflected in them. To know the Fade, one cannot seek to master it. The Fade is the master, the teacher. We are merely apprentices. Writings of Magister Callistus of Traven, known to some as Callistus the Fade-Touched. So, because this is from a Magister, the word dreamer means something different.
Okay.
People who are particularly powerful mages
Like
are
Solus.
able to, I would say, maybe even more powerful than Solus, although that's maybe also up for debate. They're able to walk the Fade in their dreams and totally control what they're seeing and doing. And it makes them particularly dangerous to be corrupted by spirits. A dreamer that gets corrupted is a natural disaster level of destruction. Maker, give me strength. When the Darkspawn came to Denerim, I wept so hard that I could not see, but still I fought for you. When demons poured from the sky where the Temple of Sacred Ashes used to stand, my hand shook so badly that I could not aim my bow. But still I fought for you. When Corypheus and his archdemon destroyed Haven and killed my friends, I screamed until I had no voice, but still I fought for you. They are sending me to attack Adamant. They say that the fortress is defended by an army of demons, and the odds are grim. We cannot win, but our distraction, our sacrifice may give the important people the chance to do what is necessary. My stomach is knotted, and I see dead friends from old battles reaching out for me every time I close my eyes. I am so afraid, Maker, but still I will fight for you.
So this had to be written like 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, or like yesterday. Yeah, this is a memory of somebody who died
in this battle
very recently. Yeah. But that one over there was probably hundreds of years ago. Oh, look.
By the Maker. Could that be?
I greet you, Warden. And you, Champion. Divine Justinia.
She's old as shit. What do we think?
I would say 2. Because
Back
I
at
don't.
Haven, I thought I saw. How can you be here?
She's not. I fear we face a spirit. Or a demon.
You think my survival impossible. Yet here you stand alive in the Fade yourselves. In truth, proving my existence either way would require time we do not have.
Surely you can understand our concerns and explain what you are.
I am here to help you. You do not remember what happened at the Temple of Sacred Ashes, Inquisitor.
Did you take my memories?
No. You lost them to the demon that serves Corypheus. It
Big
is the
dragon
nightmare
guy?
you forget upon waking. It feeds off memories of fear and darkness, growing fat upon the terror. The false calling that terrified the Wardens into making such grave mistakes? Its work.
I would gladly avenge the insult this nightmare dealt my brethren.
You will have your chance, brave Warden. This place of darkness.
Dusty, when you
is
get a
its
sec, can
lair.
you reshare stream with us?
Yeah, I'll do it.
Audio's getting a little chippy.
Yep, I'll do it right now.
Thank you.
I need to open actual Discord. There we go. And we'll go live. Pull OBS back up. Sorry, the screen's so little. Now it's big again.
Thank you.
Corypheus seems to have a lot of demons at his disposal. How does he command so many?
I know not how he commands his army of demons. His power may come from the Blight itself, but the nightmare serves willingly. For Corypheus has brought much terror to this world. He was one of the Magisters who unleashed the first Blight upon the world, was he not? Every child's cry as the Archdemon circles. Every dwarf's whimper in the deep roads. The nightmare has fed well.
He feeds off the cries of short people.
It's cool, guys. I'm tall.
How do we hurt it?
We should likely focus on escaping the Fade first.
You hurt it by escaping the Fade and leading your people against Corypheus.
That wasn't what I meant.
I know. But for now, it is the best answer I can give you. When you entered the Fade at Heaven, the demon took a part of you. Before you do anything else, you must recover it. These are your memories, Inquisitor.
One of these days, you're gonna finally sleep with Josephine, and she's gonna look at you and go, "These are your memories, Inquisitor." Okay.
Ladies, he's single.
Bring forth the sacrifice.
Run while you can! Warn them!
Oh, that's Varric. He's just invisible there. I was like, hello?
What's going on here?
These Grey Wardens?
Yes.
Why are you doing this? You, of all people.
Keep the sacrifice still.
Someone, help me!
so, your mark did not come from Andraste. It came from the orb Corypheus used in his ritual.
Corypheus intended to rip open the veil, use the anchor to enter the Fade, and throw open the doors of the Black City. Not for the old gods, but for himself. When you disrupted his plan, the orb bestowed the anchor upon you instead.
I have no follow-up questions. Let's keep moving.
So this was what? An accident? A random ricochet in the middle of a fight?
And if it was?
If it was, then neither the Maker nor Andraste were in any way involved in this. I'm just...
If you believe in the Maker, then you believe he made this world, and everything in it, including your accident. And if you do not, then nothing has changed. You cannot escape the lair of the nightmare until you regain all that it took from you. You have recovered some of yourself, but now it knows you are here. You must make haste. I will prepare the way ahead.
Something troubles you, Hawk.
Those were Grey Wardens holding the Divine in that vision. Their actions led to her death.
I assumed he had taken their minds, as you have seen him do before. Come, we can argue after we escape this dark place.
Oh, I intend to.
I've never met the Divine. You think that was really her?
We have survived in the Fade physically. Perhaps she did as well. Or, if it is a spirit that identifies so strongly with Justinia that it believes it is her, how can we say it is not?
She seems interested in helping us. That much is clear.
And the nightmare? From what she said, I don't look forward to meeting it.
Sounds like it preys on fear. Stealing people's memories. That's low, even for a demon.
Fear is a very old, very strong feeling. It predates love, pride, compassion, every emotion. Save perhaps desire. Be wary. The nightmare will do anything in its power to weaken our resolve.
They did a good job writing Hawk.
I pray we find some way to strike it down.
So, I read an interview about development of this game, and this sequence is one of the main reasons they decided to not have Liliana as a playable character. Because she personally knows Justinia.
Yeah.
Doesn't Cassandra also personally know Justinia?
Cassandra does also, but has a slightly different... Cassandra works for Justinia. Liliana knew her before she was Divine.
So, like, she could tell if it was...
So she would be able to tell and give a stronger answer.
And they want this to be as...
They want you to have plausible doubt.
Yeah.
Yep. And it's only one of the reasons. It's not the only reason, but it was stated in that interview.
This was
that
kind of
it
a
was
big reason.
it was a
at least
it was a part of it. Yeah.
But I think Hawk was written very well.
We have a visitor. Some silly little girl comes to steal the fear I kindly lifted from her shoulders. You should have thanked me and left your fear where it lay, forgotten. You think the pain will make you stronger. What fool filled your mind with such drivel? The only one who grows stronger from your fears is me. But you are a guest here in my home, so by all means let me return what you have forgotten.
I'm not a little girl. He called me a little. He called me a little girl.
Yeah.
The Claws of Dumont.
You're going to be little compared to him.
Yeah, that may be true. The Claws of Dumont. Dumont is another one of the old gods, and he was the first Blight. Old god. Master unveiled a new altar. It stands higher than a man, like a great statue, and great spikes jut out from its length, hungry for blood. Master calls it the Claw of Dumont, and says that the altar will help bring Tevinter to glory. I praised it, as was expected, and Master smiled. It was good to see him smile again. He has been fearful of late, vexed by the loss of followers. He has met with the other priests, and in secret, I have heard them discussing ways to return the people of Tevinter to the ways of the old gods, as is only just. He spoke to me later in the day, and asked that I call him Corypheus, as it was the name he would take for himself after a ritual. Master, now Corypheus, told me that my people, the elves of old, were tied to the Fade, and that in order to carry out the will of Dumat, he would need to call upon the magic that lives in our blood. Corypheus told me to gather all of the elven servants and bring them to the western hall of our home at midnight. That is the hall where the Claw of Dumat is now kept. There are shackles across the top of the great altar and pools lined with runes beneath the claws. I've sent my wife and children away, but have not warned the others. A few I may save. If I tried to save us all, he would only be killed in some other way, and others would die in our place. Master once laughed and joked. He could be stern, but he was not a cruel man. The weakening of the temples brought fear into his heart, and that fear has changed him. The cuts of his arms are deeper and longer where he uses his blood magic more often. He speaks to his wife little. He listens only to the voices in his dreams. It is almost midnight. The Claw of Dumat, great, spiked, and merciless, is all my mind can see. I must gather the others. My family is safe. Corypheus will take me, but not those I love. Words somehow preserved in blood at the statue's base.
I expected worse.
These are but minor servants of the nightmare.
Pity.
Hey, you can find yourself flowers.
Hey, Solus, how do you know all this shit?
Investigate the pot.
I watched the blight take my land. I had nowhere to go. I tended the fields as I had, even as my flock died and my family sickened. My body racked by pains and chills, I saw too late the poison that had crept into the land. In my fever dreams, the sickness covered this whole world, and I wept in fear for the family I killed with my foolish pride. Wow. Show me that this world survives. Show me that the poison does not take everything. I got more HP.
Hoop up.
Gotta hoop up.
My hoop. I really wish I could find a barrage ring.
More like garbage ring.
Oh, it's up. Okay, that's why I can't find it. I'll go up.
Gotta get up, get down.
No, just up. I'm not going down. You're wrong. There it is. There's a barrier. Oh, damn. I am going down. Shit. Fuck.
I hardly know her.
I did have to go up to get down.
What did I say?
And then every time Rusty enters combat, he goes, "Everybody jump!"
Watch out! I don't know what those are, but they're coming our way.
They're spiders, dude.
Which you fight a lot of in the second game.
It wasn't a spider, it was war.
No, actually, regardless of what the tooltip fucking said, it was big fuck ass spider.
It was a big fuck
If you think that was a big fuck ass spider and you don't like that about how big it is, maybe you should check out of stream.
I am not afraid of spiders.
Oh, were we fighting?
Trigger warning, big fucking spiders ahead.
What are we?
This isn't one of those games with the spider slider?
Shelob. We're fighting fucking Shelob. That's the giant spider.
They think they own us, think they decide whether we live or die. They sit there smug in their armor, ready to cut off our heads for the slightest transgression.
Lord of the Rings.
As though we don't strive every day to stay sane, to keep the demons away. They can't control us any longer. I won't go back to the circle, not ever. I thought about it last night. Being back in the tower, the eyes on me, and all of it came back. All the years, head down, don't clench your fingers, be a good mage, be a quiet mage. And I realized I don't want to make peace with the Templars. I want them to burn. I want it so badly that the bed caught fire and wouldn't go out until Yvonne iced it all over. It's still there inside me. I want them to feel the fear they made me feel. I want them to know what it's like. We're leaving for the Conclave in a few hours. If those bastards so much as blink the wrong way, I'll let them see what an apostate looks like. Hey, a rage demon showed up when we read that.
It's crazy.
Heads up, I'm about to unleash my rage.
Perhaps I should be afraid, facing the most powerful members of the Inquisition. Like Black Wolf. There's nothing like a Grey Warden, and you are nothing like a Grey Warden.
I'll show you a warden's strength, beast.
Dusty, I don't know if you know this, but you're a little on fire.
It's fine.
Once again, Hawk is in danger because of you, Varric. You found the Red Lyrium. You brought Hawk here.
Just keep talking, Smiley.
I think Bertrand found the Red Lyrium. I guess.
No, we definitely found it, and Bertrand.
No.
Yeah, Varric
Bertrand
literally
took
throws
it
it to Bertrand, and and Bertrand locks us in the
room.
In the room, miles underground.
In the room with Tommy Wiseau.
Kinda. Bertrand is Varric's brother.
Now he's Varric's dead brother.
Yeah.
In the game I'm playing through just now, Varric killed him.
Döf ma Herelan. Ma banal inasali.
Hey, Ian, you want to do me a favor and not kill me?
Martin.
Nathan,
Yes?
you are not the brother I am most likely to have that big of a problem with.
Well, I'm just saying, sometimes I find cool rocks.
BRB texting JT. Warn him of Ian's inevitable betrayal.
I'm just saying, sometimes I find cool rocks.
And
appreciate no fratricide.
And I'm going to promise you, I'm going to try my absolute hardest to not kill you if you find a cool rock.
I understand. If it's a really cool rock, you might want it. But
well, the problem with the...
I'm sorry, you can't kill me over it.
The problem with the really cool rock is that it corrupted, I don't know, everybody. Pretty much everybody that came into contact with that cool rock for more than 45 seconds.
I went to Deventer when I was a child. I remember dragon statues everywhere, big ones. I shivered as I walked between them, afraid they were going to bite me or breathe fire. My parents hushed me and told me the Magisters, like the dragons, is a sign of their power. Dragons are beasts, mindless, terrible. The archdemon that comes with each blight is an offense to the Maker. We all know these things, but the Magisters don't care. It is the same with the mages. So much danger, so much power in hands not ready for it, and the mages only wish to celebrate themselves. The Magisters are what the mages of Ferelden and Orlais want it to be, our rulers, holding us in terror so that we may wonder if they will bite as we walk by them. I joined the Templars to keep such mages under control. I've killed many since the rebellion we all saw coming. Now the Divine wishes us to meet them at the Conclave and give them a chance to make peace. I will go. I will smile. But if the dragon statues look ready to bite, I will strike first. I am not a child, and I will not be afraid. He's afraid.
Did you think you mattered, Hawk? Did you think anything you ever did mattered? You couldn't even save your city. How could you expect to strike down a god? Merrill is going to die, just like your family, and everyone you ever cared about.
Of course, a fear demon would know where.
Those were little fears. Tiny manifestations spawned from the nightmare itself.
And they take the form of spiders. Something so many fear.
Spiders? That is not what I saw.
Remember, we walk in the Fade. Demons of fear shape their appearance to unnerve each of us.
Wonderful.
The nightmare is closer now. It knows you seek escape.
Does that mean
With each
that,
moment, you grow stronger.
Rusty is afraid of spiders?
It means that Hurrah is afraid of spiders. I'm not afraid of anything. Except myself.
Demons!
Keep running!
The demons keep running. Oh my god, the Usain Bolt.
The Force Awakens, the last Jedi from his nap.
Back in Haven. That's how I escaped.
I noticed you didn't talk to the Justinian thing.
Keep running! Ah!
Wait, what flung her out into space? Like, that was a perspective of Justinia, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was you.
She got, like, flung like a slingshot.
Yeah. It's dream shit. We're in dreams right now.
They thought it was Andraste sending me from the Fade, but it was the Divine behind me. And then she died.
She did die.
Yes.
So this creature is simply a spirit.
I think we all knew that was the case, Warden.
I am sorry if I disappoint you.
Nightmare watched Corypheus and grew powerful off the fear. Were you like that for the Divine? A spirit watching her from the Fade, inspired by her faith.
If that is the story you wish to tell, it is not a bad one.
What we do know is that the mortal Divine perished at the temple, thanks to the Grey Wardens.
As I said, the Grey Wardens responsible for that crime were under the control of Corypheus. We can discuss this further once we return to Adamant.
Yes, Adamant, where the Inquisition faces an army of demons raised by the Wardens.
How dare you judge us? You tore
Is
Clerval
Hawk not a
and
warden?
started the Mage
Nope.
Rebellion.
Nope.
To protect innocent mages, not madmen drunk on
I
blood
thought she was a
magic.
warden. No.
Even without the influence of Corypheus, the Wardens go too far. They need to be checked.
Agreed. The Wardens may once have served a greater good, but they are far too dangerous now.
What are you saying? You want to get rid of the Wardens? Everyone makes mistakes. They would have died to save us.
I don't know what to tell you. There are a few good ones, but an awful lot of the Wardens I've known went crazy.
They're juxtaposed on different sides of the frame.
This was...
Yeah, but if you say Hawk is right, it's the wrong side because we're in the Fade. Yeah, in Dragon Age 2, you almost certainly don't have a warden even in your party for most of the game. One of your siblings, depending on the gender you choose to be, one of your siblings is the other gender. And if you are a female, your brother can become a warden, but he leaves the party to do so.
See.
And that is the only way to have a Grey Warden involved directly in your party for Dragon Age 2.
And I didn't even have a chance to have the Grey Warden. Mine just died. My brother just died when I played.
Sweet Maker, could both of you please shut up? We can argue once we've escaped from the giant fear demon.
Inquisitor.
The nightmare has found us.
Bye.
Come on.
I'm with you.
Not just idiot, it was just like peace. Deuces.
I mean, to be fair, she's the spirit of a old nun, so, you know, not a great fit for taking on giant fuck-off fighters.
I don't think that spirit is in any way like, it's not a reflection. It's not dead Justinia. It was a spirit of something else. And
like
took
identified with
so spirits aren't necessarily evil.
Right, they only really become twisted versions of themselves when they breach the Fade.
Yeah. So on this side of the Fade, there absolutely are good spirits, and that could have been. Or
So what causes a spirit to become a demon is being tempted by mortality. So spirits that are happy to live in the Fade the way they are kind of virtuous aligned. Hope, faith, love. But then those things get twisted into like fear and desire or lust. Rage. Lunette, the breach is sealed, and the war between the Templars and the Mages is finally over. All our fear and terror is finally ending as order returns to the world. I wish you could see the people celebrating at Haven. It is everything you would have wanted when you left for the Conclave. I will make your sacrifice a worthy one. What we do here with this fledgling Inquisition will shape all of Thedas. I will make you proud. Your flame will burn forever as a beacon of hope. Something is happening. The ground is shaking, and the soldiers are running to the gates. Rest well at the Maker's side, my daughter. I will sing your memory again soon. So it was happy until the very end, when it became fearful again. Once again, we're in the lair of a fear demon.
But like it's like the spirit just kind of like found Justinia to be her blorbo. And like she's like getting her.
Yes. I joined the Wardens to serve in glory. Yeah, this was I think the implication is that this is a spirit of faith. And who would be more faithful? I joined the Wardens to serve in glory. No blade could touch me, nor any claw pierce my armor. Still, I was fated by joining to die. Alone in the deep roads, the calling in my mind, I sat by the last campfire I would see, allowing myself one last night of terror, and cursed the fate that brought me here. Let it be my choice to have served and died. Let it be nobility rather than the dread hand of fate. Destroy my destiny, and let this be my decision. So this is a Grey Warden that kind of owned his fear at the last minute rather than succumbing to it. He just kind of like invited it in.
Yeah.
And It's like, this is mine. I own this. The door is open. Mother said to run. She said the Darkspawn were coming. She wanted me to go. The door is open. It was closed when I left. She said she would be right behind me. She said not to come back no matter what. The lamps are lit all over the village, even during the day, to see through the smoke. Mother should be here by now. But the door is open. I'm going to look inside. There should be a little hidden something or other that we can use to help that dreamer.
Is it soup?
Maybe it's further on.
Warden Stroud.
Ah.
How must it feel to devote your whole life to the Wardens, only to watch them fall? Or worse, to know that you were responsible for their destruction. When the next blight comes, will they curse your name?
With the Maker's blessing, we will end this wretched deed.
Strength. That's not really relevant to me as a mage, except I'll be able to carry a little bit more things in my inventory.
Which is nice.
It's like one more thing. Yeah, it's not nothing.
Nice.
But a lot of my stats are useful. Strength is the least useful for a mage. Dexterity gives you like some avoidance. Magic is our main stat. Cunning lets us crit more often. Willpower just increases attack power for everybody. And Constitution is health. I would much rather have Constitution than Strength. But I get a little bit of everything. Whispers written in red lyrium. This is actually directly also from Dragon Age 2. There's a little statue with this written on the base. We are here, we have waited, we have slept. We are sundered, we are crippled, we are polluted. We endure. We wait, we have found the dreams again, we will awaken. And it is unclear who wrote that as of yet.
Do you think you can fight me? I am your every fear come to life. I am the veiled hand of Corypheus himself. The demon army you fear, I command it. Bound all through me.
Ah, so if we banish you, we banish the demons. Thank you. Every fear come to life.
I am every fear come to life. I am the fear of showing up to school in just your underpants. Come to life.
Who had that dream?
Is this the way forward, or is this the way to... I think that's the way forward there. In fact, I'm almost certain of it.
Wait, go back to that kind of vista.
Yeah, just a sec. These shadowed crystals have a ton of materials in them. Okay.
On that pillar, is that a chair?
Yes.
Even this place has a cuck chair?
Go to the fear.
A place to watch us get fucked by this demon.
The spirit of Justinian just sitting on the chair going, yeah,
So this 2 pride demons here is going to be interesting.
You know what? I'm glad that they have pride. I feel good for them.
I'm gonna go ahead and
just zappy zap.
I'm gonna burn my ult.
Not saving it for the boss.
I'm not worried about the boss. Bosses have mechanics. These guys are just big fuck you guys.
They just seem to sponge a lot of hits.
That just get armor.
Rusty, I kind of feel like that was a little bit of a number.
He used his ult to make it, so.
It would. I might have died in that fight without the ult.
Use your ultimate.
A little stuffed nug.
I love your sick DJ setup.
Are you just brute forcing this?
Yeah. Okay, so 2 or yeah, okay.
My greatest fear, having to actually look at a puzzle and think through it.
Oh, great. You got the NYPD thing done.
The child. Haven is burned. Mama cries when I'm not looking. It's cold in the mountains, and my feet hurt, but Mama says to hush, that others have it worse. She says a monster named Corypheus came to Haven, and it was only the Maker's blessing that let us escape. I don't feel blessed. Monsters come every night when I sleep, and I don't want to wake Mama crying again. I miss Ser Snort. Ser Snort always kept the monsters away in my dreams.
Find Snort.
Snorted.
You snort a boy.
We snorted that kid. Ironically, spiders. Okay, I do want to run back and go the other way. I want to go down there. They both lead to the same place. I think the last dreamer might be down there. Getting a single point is worth it to spend a little bit of time. Stats are good.
Is the kid in the bed there not one of the ones you have to deliver a thing to?
I did.
Oh.
I delivered the Sir Snort. I delivered the Nogue. No.
Oh, okay.
Gonna real quick.
Did you say Rusty does a safety save?
I guess things just float whenever they feel like it here. Wonder what's up there.
It is simple to say that the laws of nature do not apply in the Fade, but while traveling in the Fade is often confusing for mages, it is rarely so chaotic as to defy description. In fact, while the placement of items may seem random, those items usually operate as we would expect them to in the real world. A book opens to show pages, although the pages may be blank or lined with gibberish. A pen and inkwell let a user write, though the pen may write on its own, and the inkwell never runs dry. Those items that float usually hover at the relative height where they would have sat had the other objects meant to support them existed. Candles suspended in the air as though held by a phantom candlestick, for example. Why are the laws of the Maker bent, but not fully broken? Why does a book not turn into a dragon, or a statue explode into countless shards of energy? The answer, I believe, lies in the fact that the items we see in the Fade were often made by the hands of men. A statue is a created thing. The mortal hands that shaped it gave it purpose, and it knows what it is meant to do. The objects that strain against the laws of nature are ironically those that are more natural themselves. Great stones, for example, hang in the sky. No hand has ever touched them. No mortal mind shaped them to purpose. I suspect, though, we may never know that if dwarves dreamt and shaped the Fade with their own perceptions, the rocks would not float. From The Shape of the Fade by enchanter Ephinius Aserathan.
Or maybe it's best we never find out.
I'm just jumping.
Sure, you could.
Yeah, dinged.
Yeah. It kind of makes sense. Like, the whole point of, like, video game experience is literally, like, your character's learning things and getting stronger because of it, right?
Right.
So, because this place is so novel, you're learning a lot, so it makes sense that you get a lot of experience here.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Whenever you have a barrier active, enemies who attack you will take damage in return. You draw back the energy released by your enemies in your attacks against them. Any successful attack strengthens your barrier. The more damage you do, the more powerful your barrier grows. So this is going to give me 3 magic points, and when 30% of any damage I deal is going to go to a barrier for me.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. I don't remember if I have to have a barrier active for it to add to the barrier, or if it's generates barrier. We'll find out soon. It's unclear whether the water here is a manifestation of the Fade or physical water that has poured in through one of the rifts somehow. Possibly the rift in Crestwood. Does water exist in the Fade naturally?
Still haven't fought the giant fuck-off spider yet, have you?
How long were you gone?
Enough to cut up an apple.
This was not a place of honor. That's a tramp stamp if I've ever seen one. Here came beasts from the north, carrying a poison called the Blight. They killed many warriors and sickened the land, and even their blood could kill. We feared them, and it was right. We were strong, but still they came to feed upon our screams. These stones hold the screams of the Alamari. Wherever the spawn of darkness have come, these stones were raised, so the beasts might take their bounty of fear and depart. If they did not, every man would put his screams into the stone until none were left inside him. Then he would light the fire to burn the screams away, take up sword and shield to fight until death came. When all the men were dead, the women did the same, whether or not it was the tradition of the tribe or not. Then the children, even if all they held were fire pit sticks. Remember our warning. Give the stone your screams. Burn them so they cannot master you and fight. Runes etched near the base of the screaming statue.
This is not a place of honor, the thing that they want to write on nuclear waste disposal sites?
Yes.
So, Rusty, I've got a question for you.
Yeah.
Do you think caramel goes bad?
I'm going to say don't eat that. Caramel does have dairy in it.
Well, this caramel's only from 2020.
It only expired in 2020.
Yeah.
Has it been in the fridge?
No.
No. Do not eat it. When the Darkspawn were new, when our Magisters had just brought them to our world with their sin, I was among the first to call myself a Grey Warden and swear to end the blight that threatened our world. We had seen the Archdemon die from mortal blows, only to rise again from the body of one of its servants. It could not die. I searched in vain for some way to kill the beast and save my world. I slept in fear with no solution, knowing only that the blight the Magisters had brought would destroy everything because I could not save it. Show me what must be done to slay the Archdemon. Show me what I need to save my world. Let me in.
Oh.
Blackwall himself.
Cassandra is afraid of being helpless. Dorian, our Tevinter mage, is afraid of temptation. Sarah is afraid of nothing. Like the nothing. Capital
The
N.
nothing.
As in the concept of nothing. Solus is afraid of dying alone. Cole is afraid of despair. Blackwall is afraid of himself. Varric is afraid he became his parents.
That's funny.
Iron Bull is afraid of madness. And Vivienne is afraid of becoming irrelevant.
I noticed there wasn't a Hera there.
I think the idea is that we're the big one in the middle and we kind of define it ourselves.
Well, it's very funny to me, like, all of these are, like, big existential threats, and then Hera's just, like, spiders.
A gibbering horror. These gibbering horrors paralyze me.
They look different than the ones in Dragon Age 2.
They're kind of cute. Can we keep one?
No, Nathan.
Hera comes out wrangling one. There are free dogs in the Vale. Oh, the Fade. Sorry, the Fade.
Dogs in the Fade. Guys, there are dogs in the Fade.
The Fade is full of free dogs.
I named this one Hope, and it's just screeching in her arms.
You know what this game hasn't done is given you like a little pet that you keep at your little base.
It's true.
I mean, unless you count Iron Bolt.
Or Varric.
Look!
It sure is a glowy thing, man. I was gonna say, the big glowy endpoint was guarded by one spider.
I also thought that was strange. Turns out we were both wrong. Damn it.
Damn, he's getting you with that ice cream.
Good thing he held off on getting that to like him.
I forgot to look at my shield and when it was happening. I am generating shield just by hitting. It doesn't have to already exist.
Neat.
Ow. Time that bad.
It's over.
It's over. Still getting ice creamed by this guy.
He's too high for me to hit with my sword. I'll bonk him with my missiles.
The magic variety.
So are we moving towards the Black City? I always kind of forget to check. Yeah, it's pretty close now. Yay, supplies. I live for the supplies, supplies, supplies. I live for the supplies, supplies. Live for the supplies, supplies.
You must get through the rift, Inquisitor.
Thank you,
Get through, and then
Lady
slam it
Rusty.
all your
Rusty
strength.
Gaga.
That will banish the army of demons and exile this cursed creature to the farthest reaches of the Fae.
I saved all the dreamers, so I got an essence of perfection. That must mean we're close to the end.
The rift! We're almost there.
Great, Hawk. Why not just dare the old gods to try and stop you?
Oh.
It's a friend!
Oh. He's way bigger than I expected.
If you would, please tell Liliana. I am sorry. I fell for you too.
Pretty sure you could go ask your barber for that.
I grow fat on your fear.
Ow.
Sword time.
You are nothing.
Yeah, I killed drowning and blood.
And drowning is just a pool. You let those bodies hit the floor.
I see what you did there. Don't think you're clever. Varric needs some help.
I gotta say, Rusty being covered in spiders. Not doing so hot himself.
You will die in agony.
he go?
They feed on fear!
You cannot stand against me.
You sure?
No, you look like you're doing a pretty good job of it.
I just killed you by going invincible, idiot. Invisible. Now that's spooky. Invisibling somebody to death. Oh wait, we forgot about the big fuck you spider.
We need to clear a path!
Go! I'll cover you.
No, you were right. The Grey Wardens caused this. A warden must...
A warden must help them rebuild. That's your job. Corypheus is mine.
Ah, I see.
I would say a mage probably has a better chance.
So you think Hawk should stay?
No. I would say fuck the Shroud guy. But I've played Dragon Age 2 and have formed a mild connection with Hawk. I don't know this Shroud
Yeah, me
guy.
too. Statistically, Stroud is the most often left behind.
Is this not a clearly a sort of passing of the torch of the protagonist?
Stroud. Inquisitor, it has been an honor.
Also, Hawk has a wife to get back to.
Yup.
I will say, it's not that surprising that the warden died at the place where all the wardens are dying.
Yeah.
And now the wardens won't have somebody just to guide them. Stroud was well respected and not corrupt.
She was right. Without the nightmare to control them, the mages are free and Corypheus loses his demon army. Though as far as they're all concerned, the Inquisitor broke the spell with the blessing of the Maker.
They came out of this alive. As far as I'm concerned, they can tell whatever stories they like.
I suppose you're right.
Inquisitor, the Archdemon flew off as soon as you disappeared. The Venatori Magister is unconscious but alive. Cullen thought you might wish to deal with him yourself. As for the Wardens, those who weren't corrupted helped us fight the demons.
We stand ready to help make up for Clarel's tragic mistake. Where is Stroud?
Probably say 3.
Yeah.
Warden Stroud died, striking a blow against a servant of the Blight. We will honor his sacrifice, and remember how he exemplified the ideals of the Grey Wardens, even as Corypheus and his servants tried to destroy you all from within.
Inquisitor, we have no one left of any significant rank. What do we do now?
The Grey Wardens help the Inquisition. They may be vulnerable to corruption. The Wardens are banished from Orlais. They do not help the Inquisition.
No, you take every sword you can get.
Yeah.
You stay and do whatever you can to help. Stroud died for the ideals of the Wardens. In war, victory. And we are still at war. Do you believe the Wardens can still help?
I do, your worship.
You're still vulnerable to Corypheus, and possibly his Venatori. But there are plenty of demons that need killing.
While they do that, I'll inform the Wardens at Weishaupt what's happened. Best they not get caught off guard.
Thank you, your worship. We will not fail you.
Good luck, Inquisitor. It's been an honor. And take care of Varric for me.
Wait, does Hawk just immediately fuck off for the rest of the game?
Yep.
Should have left her in there with the spider.
I like the idea of her still being alive for the next game, and I will be
Send me one final report.
importing
She's on
this
her way to
history
Weishaupt.
to the best of my ability.
As for the Grey Wardens, they are fighting demons and Red Templars while staying clear of Venatori. You dealt Corypheus a significant blow, Inquisitor.
The Grey Wardens carry respect in other nations. If we spread word that the Inquisition has their support...
We may gain standing with nations that have suffered under the Blight. I will take the matter to Josephine. You took an army from Corypheus, but that will matter little if Orlais falls into chaos. All arrangements have been made for the ball in Halam Shiral. Let us know when you are ready to proceed.
Remind me what we know about the plot against Selene.
The Venatori are planning some kind of attack on the Imperial Court. Corypheus may even be fueling the conflict between the Empress and her cousin, Grand Duke Gaspard. If we warn Selene, she may prove a most valuable ally against Corypheus.
I have things to do first.
I'll go as soon as I am able.
Good. Cullen, Josephine, and I will discuss the best way to gain an audience with the Empress. Speak with us when you are ready.
But soon, we'll go to a grand
What was she
ball.
like? Divine Justinia, or her soul, or the spirit that took her form. I read your report. I know it isn't clear, but...
She was cryptic and strange, or she was at peace. I don't want to say don't dwell on it.
Shooting, like turning yourself into lightning and shooting into a giant spider doesn't seem particularly peaceful.
Yeah.
She refused to say anything outright. I could have used more direct answers and fewer journeys of self-discovery.
She made a lot of people feel that way.
She did ask me to tell you something, though. She said, "I'm sorry. I failed you too."
Oh. I should finish this before it slips my mind. Perhaps later we might discuss the matter further. Thank you.
You did it!
All right. While we're here, let's talk to some people that are here. Dear Liliana, you'll be happy to learn that your friends are doing well. Schmooples II is still unhappy about his meal plan and tries to get into the pantry. I had to have a bolt installed, and now he whines constantly. The two little ones are still a handful, but good news. I managed to discourage Boulette from relieving herself on the silk rug Justinia gave you. Felicienne, from 2 doors over, has been visiting almost every day to play with the nugs. She's quite delightful, and Schmooples II is fond of her. I suspect it is because she brings him sweets from her father's shop. I had to ask her governess to keep her from visiting the house, however, as someone tried to infiltrate it 2 nights ago, an agent of one of the Blanchards, hoping to uncover some of the Nightingale's secrets. I neutralized and interrogated him. His ability to withstand questioning was deplorable. Someone needs to talk to the Blanchards about their spies. All I had to do was put Schmooples II in his face, tell him that I hadn't fed the creature that day. Your pet played his part admirably. I received your orders and will depart for Ferelden as soon as possible. I've arranged for Garter to take over Nug keeping. So,
Eat rabbits.
Well, nugs, the kind of like rabbit pig things.
We've got a golden statue of them somewhere.
I've seen it.
Doesn't matter. All right.
Greetings to you, Inquisitor. I am
Rusty, can
served
you
assist
share
any
audio
research
or
concerns.
reshare to us?
You'll find
Yes.
Audio is being less stupid.
Although we are almost done with stream.
You are taking over the duties of Maeve?
Yes. She said she was needed elsewhere and that I should serve the Inquisition to the best of my ability.
What is she doing?
I wasn't told.
Hey, so have you noticed that all the Tranquil have this kind of spinning sun symbol on their forehead?
The brand, yes.
Have you noticed that it's the same brand as Cassandra's Seeker of Truth armor?
I have, in fact, noticed that.
That's interesting. Maybe we'll get to that next time.
What is your evaluation of how we're doing?
I am able to pursue my duties with optimal efficiency, thanks to Skyhold's present state.
You were made tranquil.
Yes, I am tranquil. It was necessary due to a willful nature that made wielding magic a dangerous endeavor. I remember that being a difficult time, but I cannot remember why. My skills are well used in my current position.
How can you serve the Inquisition?
I am to aid in the research of all creatures encountered in your efforts as leader of the Inquisition.
What makes you particularly qualified?
I remember being fond of animals. I don't remember why.
As you were.
Yes, Inquisitor.
Where's that? There we go. It's going to go for a minute because I haven't turned any of these in since we came to Skyhold.
Anything interesting?
A letter regarding Felix, Alexius' son. He went to the Magisterium, stood on the Senate floor and told them of you. A glowing testimonial, I'm informed. No news on the reaction, but everyone back home is talking. Felix always was as good as his word.
Was?
He's dead. The Blight caught up with him.
This is that guy's son, right?
Yes.
Who teleported you through time?
Yep.
Are you all right?
He was ill, and thus on borrowed time anyhow.
It doesn't mean you can't regret his death.
I know. Felix used to sneak me treats from the kitchens when I was working late in his father's study. Don't get into trouble on my behalf, I tell him. I like trouble, he'd say. Tevinter could use more mages like him. Those who put the good of others above themselves.
You make it sound like he was a better person than you.
What a mad thing to say. Few people are better than I. Very well, a better person, clearly, not nearly as handsome. Thankfully, Felix wasn't the only decent sort kicking around Thedas.
This is just hot leaf juice.
Something wrong with your tea?
It is tea. I detest this stuff. But this morning, I need to shake the dreams from my mind. I may also need a favor.
But you don't need anything. From anyone. You're known for that.
One of my oldest friends has been captured by mages, forced into slavery. I heard the cry for help as I slept.
You have friends?
When your friend was captured, how did he... she...
It.
It?
My friend is a spirit of wisdom. Unlike the spirits clamoring to enter our world through the rifts, it was dwelling quite happily in the Fade. It was summoned against its will, and wants my help to gain its freedom and return to the Fade.
I thought spirits wanted to find their way into this world.
Some do, certainly. Just as many Orlesian peasants wish they could journey to exotic Rivain. But not everyone wants to go to Rivain. My friend is an explorer, seeking lost wisdom and reflecting it. It would happily discuss philosophy with you, but it had no wish to come here physically.
Do you have any idea what the mages want with your friend?
No. It knows a great deal of lore and history, but a mage could learn that simply by speaking to it in the Fade. It is possible that they seek information it does not wish to give, and intend to torture it.
All right. Let's go get your friend.
Thank you. I got a sense of my friend's location before I awoke. I'll mark it on our map.
Hold up. Let's look at the paintings. All right. So that will continue to fill out
This is a hall worthy of the Inquisition.
as we continue through the story.
Oh, you get to judge the guy, the bad guy.
Yes, the bad man, the badman.
The Billie Eilish bad guy.
Continues, Your Worship. I submit Lord Livius Erimond of Virantium, who remains loyal to Corypheus. We found him alive, offering extreme resistance, likely because the Order will ask for his head. In more colorful terms. To say nothing of justice you might personally require for what was suffered in the Fade.
Many places felt the pain of adamant. You will answer for a great deal.
I recognize none of this proceeding. You have no authority to judge me.
On the contrary, many officials have communicated that they will defer to the Inquisitor on this matter.
Because they fear not just Corypheus, but Tevinter, rightful ruler of every piece of ground you trod in your pathetic life. I serve the living God. Bring down your blades and free me from the physical. Glory awaits me.
I will not make anybody tranquil.
Yeah, I would either kill him or give him to the wardens.
I think he's too dangerous to be let to continue to use magic.
Lord Erimond, any protection you thought you had has apparently been withdrawn. You will die. By my hand.
Petty actions. Truth lies in the next world.
Wait, you put it away without cleaning it? That is not proper sword maintenance. No wonder you're a mage.
Yeah, why would I know that? There's another one.
Another one.
Another of the lingering pains of adamant, Your Worship. Sir Ruth is a senior warden of the Order. She was one of the many who slit the throat of another to bind a demon. She does not contest this. In fact, she surrendered to us. She requests no mercy. She wants the public justice of the headman's axe.
You're very serious about this. Is more death the answer?
There is no excuse for my actions. I murdered another of the Order.
That blood marks me more than the Blight ever could.
Accepting their actions while thralls of Corypheus, many treaties allow wardens any extreme if it opposes the Blight.
I can't do it. I can't use the greater good to justify my crimes, as if it would create a future I could be a part of. It is wrong that this broke me. I've done worse with full sanction. I can do nothing except be an example of the cost.
So, we can publicly humiliate and execute her. We can jail her and throw away the key. We could just refuse to judge her. Or we could send her to the deep roads to die fighting Darkspawn.
I mean, might as well. If she's got to go, then you might as well make it useful.
I'm leaning towards Deep Roads exile.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would too.
You feel your life is over. There's a place for such wardens. So, Ruth, you'll go to the deep roads. Your death may be as quick as you choose.
This sends no message. This is just an end.
If I remember correctly, this opens up a whole line of quests in the war table.
There is something I wish to discuss, Inquisitor. My Lady Inquisitor.
I thought we were done with your bad voice acting.
I have news regarding one of your companions, the Tevinter.
Is that a note of distaste I detect, Mother Giselle?
I admit his presence here makes me uncomfortable, Inquisitor, but my feelings are of no importance.
I remember what this is.
I have been in contact with his family. House Pavas, out of Carinas. Are you familiar with them?
I've never spoken to Dorian about his past.
The family sent a letter describing the estrangement from their son and pleading for my aid. They've asked to arrange a meeting quietly without telling him. They fear it's the only way he'll come. Since you seem to be on good terms with the young man, I'd hoped...
If you think I'm going to trick Dorian into meeting his family...
I feared you might say that. The family will send a retainer to meet the young man at the Red Cliff Depth, to take him onward. If he truly does not wish this reunion, he can always end the matter there. I pray you change your mind, Inquisitor. Perhaps their letter will persuade you. If there is any chance of success in this, it behooves us to act.
Official-looking letter. Your Reverence. I understand that you feel inadequate to the task of bringing Dorian to a secret meeting. Even in the asking, I find it difficult to believe myself. Considering my son has rebuffed all contact, this is the only way. I know him. He would be too proud to come if he knew, even just to talk. That is all we wish to do. The thought of Dorian in the south, placing himself in the path of such danger, alarms us more than I can express. If this somehow succeeds, we have a family retainer at the Vandrel Hills watching for Dorian's arrival. He will bring the boy to us somewhere private. If Dorian utterly refuses to go with him, it ends there. There's nothing we can do. We are at our wits' end. Graciously yours, Magister Howard of House Pavas. That seems like a good thing to do next time. Maybe
Dragon Ball Z.
Maybe even tomorrow. Are you guys going to be around tomorrow?
Probably.
We think we should be.
Okay.
Writing does not come naturally to me, as I'm certain you can imagine.
I love that answer.
You're competing with Varric.
Trying to outdo Varric's next literary masterpiece?
I haven't his talent for blather. As if written by a dim-witted child. Historians will one day ask what happened at Adamant Fortress, in the Fade. I wasn't there, but others were. Their accounts must be recorded.
That's an excellent idea, Cassandra.
I certainly thought so, until I started writing. I still don't know what to say about the spirit of the divine. The Chantry teaches us that the souls of the dead pass through the Fade, so it could have been her. Yet even so...
Do you really think it could have been her? A ghost?
A ghost. A remnant of her hopes and memories. Her lingering will to do good. Those things are all possible.
Kara?
Nobody knows for certain what happens after we die. A
Nah, I get
spirit
it.
could have assumed her form, but why? It helped you, as Justinia herself would have.
Perhaps it doesn't matter what she really was then.
It matters to me, to what I must write. I wish I'd seen her, seen it. I feel so inadequate trying to interpret.
Again, it's hard to say because we didn't know Justinia.
Didn't say that.
Yeah.
I don't know the truth any more than you do.
Sadly, unanswered questions make for poor reading. When they told me you were physically in the Fade, I was terrified for you.
You made that
The
demon
last time
stronger.
such a thing happened, we created Darkspawn. We created Corypheus. The world needs to know the truth this time. No more legends lost to the ages.
I want to find Blackwall. I don't remember where he... Oh, I think I know where he is, actually. Horse. I can't.
Right. Grey ones.
Not so sure you want them now.
Let's just say I'm glad.
Not now, sister.
I know what you mean to do. It won't help.
My father drowned there. Who are you to tell me what will make me feel better? I'll find him. I'll find the mayor, and I'll...
Decide your actions before you go. In the moment, there's only before and too late.
Kind of a bar.
He's not here.
Who's he?
Blackwall.
Blackwall.
Blackwall. There's Master Dennett.
All's well.
Farewell.
Make her be with you.
Our mounts have never
Ah.
had better.
There we go.
Someone I knew once described Adamant to me. Adamant is, and always will be, the Order, he said. A guardian on the edge of the abyss. The lone soul that stares into oblivion and doesn't waver. That's what Warden Commander Clarel tried to be. Well, they all tried to be. None of the Wardens we saw wavered. They gave their lives willingly. They died for us. And Corypheus twisted their sacrifice to make it his own.
And that's why he has to die.
You'll get no argument from me. There's no one to blame but Corypheus. Even Clarel's intentions were righteous. Her desire to protect was so great it led her astray. It's not right. To want to do good, to be good, and have that turned against you.
At the end of the day, I guess all we can do is try and hope for the best.
You're right. What matters is that we never give up. Clarel made mistakes, but she was a great woman. And she died a great woman. It's not the armor or the trappings of the Order. It's not the joining. At the heart of it, all a Warden is a promise. To protect others, even at the cost of your own life.
She got a pretty good lick in on the dragon, too.
Mm-hmm. And she would have, because she is a warden, she would have been able to kill the archdemon. It wouldn't have been reborn into a nearby darkspawn. It would have been reborn into her body and then
died,
neutralized.
I could have killed it too.
This is just... it's something to keep their hands busy. I'm grateful you tracked me down when you did. As exciting as wandering the woodlands was, this is better. It's good to be part of something so important. Something that could change things.
I'm pleased that you feel that way.
Makes me sound like a Chantry sister, doesn't it? Some giddy new initiate. But so be it. I suppose you've earned my loyalty and girlish enthusiasm. You are who you choose to follow. Someone
We
told
stay
me
on a gender icon.
Took me years to understand what he meant.
There's wisdom in that.
It was a chevalier who said those words to me. A powerful man, but never without honor. A true knight. We met as competitors in the Grand Tourney. He left me with that advice before we parted. Put aside his own ambitions to help me win the melee. I don't think I ever thanked him.
What is this grand tourney?
You've never heard of it? The Grand Tourney of the Free Marches. It's a spectacle. Song, dance, wine, every amusement you can imagine. But the greatest part is the contest of arms. Prove yourself in the Grand Tourney, and you can make your fortune.
How did he help you?
There were 100 men on the field, each one fighting for himself. The knight and I had forged an alliance. It was just the two of us, and we took all comers. The goal, down as many opponents as possible. He always let me deliver the final blow.
He must have wanted something from you to help like that.
A pupil, a squire. Someone to teach and to mold. He saw my potential. When it was over, he offered to mentor me. To teach me to become a chevalier like him. And I, young and stupid, turned him down flat. I just won the melee at the Grand Tourney. I didn't need him. I should have gone with him. Perhaps things could have been different.
Different doesn't always mean better.
In this case, I think it would have been better. But I'm older, hopefully wiser. And I think I've chosen the right person to walk with. I've been meaning to thank you. There are 100 things that need your attention. You didn't have to take the time to help me, and yet you did.
If the history you pursue benefits the Wardens, then it was worth it.
You've proven yourself to be an honorable woman. Principled. I've great admiration for you. And I've never been more certain in my decision to join you.
His romance path is fun.
There will be opportunities for us to do even more in the future.
Then I look
Rusty advocates fucking that old man.
Yeah, he does.
Blackwall was the person I romanced on the second playthrough, and it was an accident. But it ended up being really nice. I like it. My very first playthrough, I played an elf and romance Solus. I did not know that was the only way you could romance Solus is as a female elf. He is straight and a racist.
And he's only kind of kidding.
What do you think of the Inquisition?
I just know that you could shake this world to its foundations if you willed it.
What do you think of my advisors?
Liliana is lonely. That's really all I see. All she has is her work. I pity her sometimes, as odd as that may seem.
What do you think of my advisors?
Liliana is lonely.
Oh.
That's really all I see. I pity her sometimes, as odd as that may seem.
You must have some feelings about our friends.
Don't play Diamondback with Solus. You've been warned. In the game last night, he turned around and beat me at it. Lost everything. Had to walk back to my quarters with only a bucket for my bits.
You wore a bucket back to your quarters? Solus won your clothes off of you?
What do you think of the Inquisition's cause?
Restoring order is a goal I support wholeheartedly. But that's not the end of it, is it? Not by a half. The Lady Seeker believes we are restoring the Chantry. Others say it needs reform. I don't know where you stand on the matter, and I'll admit I haven't made up my mind either.
We should return to our duties.
As you wish. You are, after all, in charge.
All right, I think that's going to do it for us for tonight. I think in the next couple days we'll start doing some companion quests. We've got some of Solus's. We've got Cassandra's available. So we'll be heading kind of in that direction. Yeah, see you guys tomorrow for that, and see you Thursday for my Monograss run in Pokemon Violet.
See you then.
And then
Later.
next Sunday we should be back to Baldur's Gate.
I hope so.
Goodbye.